Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Derek Martinez. A Lyft driver from Hazel Township was arrested on Wednesday after police say he sexually assaulted a male passenger. According to investigators, Edwin Valentin Perez is facing charges after he allegedly used an inhalant-type substance to incapacitate the victim before assaulting him. Troopers say the incident took place on Tuesday, August 20th in Plymouth Township while Perez was driving a red 2012 Toyota RAV4. Perez was taken into custody without incident on Wednesday and is being held at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Anyone with information regarding the incident is asked to contact the Troop P Wilkes-Barre Criminal Investigation Unit at 570-822-5515. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton recently received a $5,000 donation from Kevin McDonald, the owner of Dementi's Restaurant in Drums. The check was presented by McDonald at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton on Wednesday, August 21st, where he was joined by several members of the hospital staff. We spoke with McDonald about why he decided to make the generous donation.
Well, they saved my life. I had a heart attack in early January, and they rushed me down to Cedar Crest and in the Allentown facility, and did a tremendous job. I came out of it okay. I feel I couldn't even tell you that I had a heart attack. So whatever they did it well. Very professional.
The check was presented to the LVHN Thomas Kennedy Community Health Fund, a program originally designed to assist children within the network in financial need. LVHN Hazleton President Dr. Tammy Torres told us that the program now also focuses on assisting adults, which is what the funds will be used for.
This is really the adult version of that. This is where he's put this money to give back to the community in case of emergencies and what people might need in the adult world.
The Community Health Fund provides a way for families within the Hazleton area to get the help they need.
So if there's a crisis in the family, they might need to get a ride to and from somewhere, or there's some crucial utility bills that might have to be paid, or if we have to ship them off to Cedar Crest for higher level of care and they have no means of getting there, we would utilize this fund to help the families get to be with their loved ones and support them also in getting back here into their hometown.
Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is located at 700 East Broad Street in Hazleton. A man is facing charges after police say he crashed a stolen car while driving drunk in Tannersville. According to the Pocono Township Police Department, officers were called to the scene of the crash on August 11th in the parking lot of the Barley Creek Brewing Company. Through further investigation, officers learned that a man, later identified as 29-year-old Alexander Amaral, exited the business, drove a Chevrolet pickup truck into a parked car, and fled the scene. Police say they located Amaral at a Sunoco in Tannersville, where he was passed out in the driver's seat with the vehicle still running. Investigators later learned that the truck Amaral was driving had been stolen out of Springfield, Connecticut. Amaral was placed under arrest and has been charged with driving under the influence, possession of a stolen vehicle, and leaving the scene of an accident, among other charges. He was transported to the Monroe County DUI Center and then placed in the Monroe County Correctional Facility after being denied bail. Coming up on Wyln News, a man is charged with trespassing in Wilkes-Barre Township. Plus, the Hazleton Area Children's Festival is right around the corner. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health have come together, two leading health systems dedicated to improving the well-being of our communities and offering you a broader access to uncompromising high-quality care, stronger together for you.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's Wyln forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, I'm going to be all by myself. I'm going to entitle this show Confessions of a Chiropractor. I want you to get behind the scenes, see what I see. So stay tuned. I will make it as good as I can of a show for you.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man has been taken into custody by Wilkes-Barre Township Police on trespassing charges. Jason Paul Krugel was arrested on Tuesday after police say he repeatedly trespassed at businesses in Highland Park, Boulevard, and Liberty Plaza areas. Police say the trespassing occurred after Krugel was previously banned from the businesses by the owners and staff. Krugel has been charged with defying trespass, public nuisance, and disorderly conduct in connection with the incident. He is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison, unable to post his $2,000 bail. A man is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Shannon Lacey is wanted on DUI charges. He is known to have ties to the Lehighton area. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. The Hazleton Area Children's Festival is returning to Hazleton this Sunday, August 25th. The event will take place from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Hazel Township Community Park. The festival will feature a bounce house, a rock wall, a petting zoo, a scavenger hunt, and a photo booth, among other activities. Food vendors, craft vendors, and tricky trays will also be available. The evening will conclude with a fireworks show at dusk over Lake Irina. Coming up on Tamaulipa's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Benton Part 4. Plus, we learn about some upcoming events at the Hazleton Art League on Community and You. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy is now open at 743 Catawissa Road in Tamaqua. Stop by the Dairy Bar, try over 33 flavors of homemade ice cream still made on the premises, and a full menu of hot food made to order. Have some fun at their driving range, or play mini golf on their two 18-hole mini golf courses. Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy, celebrating 65 years. Same great taste, same great location, same great memories to be made.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brux night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
In the Benton area, the movies would find a home in town when the Ritz Theater opened on April 19, 1916. The theater was built by A.J. Housewort and had a capacity of roughly 300 seats. Peter Magazu, who owned a chain of theaters including the Andrea in Catawissa and the Angela in Coaldale, purchased the theater in 1937. The last picture aired at the Ritz on December 1, 1952, when it closed in protest of a local 10% amusement tax that Benton officials had refused to repeal. The Ritz Theater stood vacant for 7 years until it was torn down in 1959. Scouting would take off in the early part of the 20th century in the United States, with young boys increasingly taking summer sojourns into nature to improve themselves physically and mentally. In the Benton area, this movement would lead to the formation of Camp Levine in 1924 on Fishing Creek in the former Winona Park picnic area. It was chartered by the Columbia Montour Council of the Boy Scouts of America, which had formed the prior year. The eventual camp would be named in honor of Council President J.F. Levine, who owned a silk mill in Danville at the time. The first set of scouts themselves helped build part of the camp, with the boys receiving a cash reward for each stump they pulled out of the eventual parade grounds. Early recreation at Camp Levine was a bit wild by today's standards. The scouts would, in 1927, build a treehouse 70 feet in the air in a sycamore, accessible only by a rope ladder. It stood for 2 years before it was torn down due to rapid deterioration. Swimming at first was in Fishing Creek itself, via a wooden slide that began atop the Bloomsburg and Sullivan's railroad tracks. Engineers thus frequently had to blow their whistles hard to get campers off the tracks. This arrangement would be replaced by what was the very first swimming pool in Columbia County in 1930. More than 1,000 boys scouted at Camp Levine during the height of the scouting movement in the middle 20th century. The camp still operates today, now open to girls as well as other local civic groups. Although the area north of Benton owned by R. Bruce Ricketts was heavily timbered over the years, the glens and waterfalls that captivated patrons of his hotel still stood in their original natural state. Recognizing the potential of keeping them intact, Ricketts opened them to the public in 1913 with a $1 fee for parking. Following Ricketts' passing in 1918, the State Game Commission bought nearly 50,000 acres from his heirs to create State Game Lands No. 13, leaving the Ricketts family the glens and waterfalls. Beginning in 1935, an effort was made to designate the remaining holdings as a national park, although this would be defunded the following year. Finally, on August 1, 1941, Governor Arthur James signed a bill that created Ricketts Glen State Park. Pennsylvania bought the land from the Ricketts family the following year and opened the park to the public on August 1, 1943. The state made improvements in the glens, rebuilding the trails and bridges that pass by the waterfalls. It also removed all the Ricketts family's dams on the properties and replaced them with more modern ones. Today, Ricketts Glen State Park continues to offer guests a strong taste of nature, especially in the still intact glens where the waterfalls still flow freely. Ricketts Glen State Park was also, beginning in 1950, the site of a military radio station. Operated by the 648th Aircraft Control and Warning Squadron based out of Fort Indiantown Gap, it was designed to serve as an early warning system in the event of a Soviet attack during the Cold War. Roughly 300 servicemen would be stationed at the facility during its peak before the 648th would be deactivated in 1975. The radar system is still in use today, however, as an advanced signal for the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, while the Red Rock Job Corps Center still uses the barracks. In the middle 20th century, Benton residents had several attractions just to the north in Red Rock to take in on an open day. The first of these to open was the Wyant Museum in 1954. It was the creation of Charles and Jessie Wyant, who had collected countless artifacts during Charles's long career with the U.S. Bureau of Fisheries, which had included time at the nation's largest fishery in Marion, Alabama, and a stint as a federal hatchery superintendent for a 5-state area. Wanting to share everything they had accumulated over the years with the public, Charles and Jessie opened their house to tourists on Labor Day weekend 1954. They built an annex next to the house 4 years later to better hold the large collection. The Wyant Museum would be open to the public Wednesdays through Sundays, and admission was free. Guests who stepped inside could look at the Wyant's collection of more than 8,000 Native American beads, 6,000 arrowheads, countless firearms, and a large taxidermy collection of bobcats, foxes, weasels, owls, pheasants, and other wild creatures. The collection also included a bayonet said to have been used in the capture of British Major John Andre before he and Benedict Arnold could turn control of West Point over to the British in the Revolution, a butterfly collection, petrified wood from Alabama, and a set of shark's teeth. Charles and Jessie Wyant announced closure of the museum in July 1979 due to declining health. Their daughter Doris, however, continued to operate the complex for another quarter century by appointment only. After Doris's death in 2004, the Wyant Museum's collection was auctioned off. Around the time the Wyant Museum opened to history lovers, nature lovers in the Benton area would get their own place to go when the Red Rock Game Farm opened on May 30th, 1957 on Route 118 north of the borough. It was the brainchild of Henry L. Vonderheide, who, with his brother Fred, ran the local Von Brothers Circus. Henry, having noticed during his shows that the audience paid more attention to the animals than any other act, wished for a place to display his circus's animals when not touring. He thus bought 8 acres of land from Brian and Edna Laycock in 1956 and quickly built a zoo on the site. Guests stepped inside a reproduction of an old fort to take in numerous exotic animals: lions, tigers, bears, peacocks, monkeys, alligators, vultures, deer, horses, rabbits, llamas, and elephants were just a few of the over 100 animals to call the Red Rock Game Farm home over the years. For younger guests, a special treat was a stuffed deer named Rudolph, who would go down in history as a perfect ride for a family photo outside the zoo. After several years of devoting his full attention to the game farm, Vonderheide restarted his circus, frequently takes some of the game farm's residents around the area for special events. The death of Henry Vonderheide from cancer on April 20th, 1967, spelled the end of the Red Rock Game Farm. The animals will be sold off to new owners, and the land that once held wild animals is now private property. And Benton proper would see a major tradition begin in 1985, when the very first Benton Rodeo will be held. From that start, the event has grown to a major happening that is today considered one of the best rodeos east of the Mississippi River.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to Community and You. Today I'm joined here by the Executive Director of the Hazleton Art League, Mark Peterson. Mark, how's it going today?
It's going great, Derek. Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely, always a pleasure to have you on here. So today Mark is here to tell us about a lot of very exciting events happening in September at the Hazleton Art League. So Mark, tell us about what's going on this month.
Oh my gosh. Well, we've had a very busy summer so far, and September is going to be no exception. We have Robert Husty, who's going to be having his art exhibition at the Art League for the month of September, and it is called Soliloquy. He's an amazing abstract artist. And then on Friday, September 13th, we have our Color the Course golf tournament, which will be a fundraiser for the Hazleton Art League. You can play as a participant, or you can be a sponsor. We have a number of different sponsor levels. And we have Peace Love Chalk, which is going to happen on Sunday, September 15th, and we're doing that in conjunction with the Mexican Committee of Northeastern Pennsylvania. So there's a lot going on.
Absolutely, a lot of very fun events going on here. I know the big one that everyone always looks forward to every year is always Peace Love Chalk. It's always such an amazing event where so many artists just come together to create such amazing, beautiful pieces of art, like right there on the sidewalk. And for those who aren't very familiar with Peace Love Chalk, could you tell us more about what the event is?
Sure. Peace Love Chalk is a chalk art festival, and it was inspired by Joe and Jay Madden when they went to San Diego. They saw a chalk art festival there, and they decided to bring that back to Hazleton. So the Respect 90 Foundation supports this effort, and we have youth categories ages 12 to 17 and adults ages 18 on up, and there are cash prizes involved. And what we do is we issue a large piece of cardboard to the artist along with a piece of white paper and 10 different pastel chalks, and they can just go and create their own original work of art. Has to be original. You can't copy the Mona Lisa. And it's really exciting because you can see the artist do the art in real time, and that's something that's pretty special.
Right. Yes, and I can definitely attest to how special this event is. As someone who previously participated in Pieces of Chalk, we're talking maybe 4 or 5 years ago at this point. It was a very, very fulfilling and very fun experience, and just seeing all the different artists creating so many amazing pieces of artwork. And also, even for myself, just to participate in such a fun event like that was just really special to me.
Wow, I had no idea you were such an artist. Are you a member of the Hazleton Art League?
Actually, I am now a member of the Hazleton Art League. Mark. Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
You know, that's good to know, because the last time I was here, I think we had to do a little convincing.
Right, and you definitely convinced me to finally be a member of the Art League now. So.
Excellent. It's $25 for the year for adults, $10 if you're a student or an underage child. And family for $50 for the year. So it's really a definitely worthwhile thing. And you know, the Art League, we are a nonprofit, so we need to raise money to continue doing the things that we're doing. And that's why we're doing Color the Course golf tournament. It's a fundraiser, and we're looking for sponsors. The deadline to sign up is August 28th, and you'll have all the information online at hazletonartleague.org. And it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. Registration starts at 12 noon. The play starts at 1:30 on Friday, September 13th. And it's going to go on until the lights go on, and it'll be a lot of fun. I've never golfed before, so I don't know. But I would urge everybody else to. And even if you haven't golfed, it's fun. You just, enjoy yourself, and there will be a lot of support there. And so we look forward to having as many people come as possible.
Absolutely. Sounds like a lot of fun. And I believe this is the second year that you guys are holding this tournament?
Yeah. It's our second annual Color the Course. And, I find that people really enjoy getting together, and it's more about the camaraderie than it is necessarily about the playing. But there are some serious golfers out there too, so you have to keep that in mind when you organize something like that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. People definitely tend to get competitive with these kinds of things, but it's for a good cause, and people definitely tend to have a fun time with these events. So.
Absolutely. And there will be so many activities there, and we want people to, be a part of the Hazleton Art League. We have this beautiful facility at the Hayden Family Center for the Arts, right in downtown. There is the Can-Do Community Park right across the street from us. There are restaurants. You have Lackawanna College has a branch there. Luzerne County Community College has a branch there. Penn State has the Launch Box. You've got the PTPA, which is a Pennsylvania Theater for Performing Arts. I mean, there's so much. The library is there. I mean, what more could you ask for? Hazleton is definitely having a renaissance, if you will.
Absolutely. And we always appreciate you, Mark, being on the show and just telling us about so many of the great events going on here, with both with the Hazleton Art League and just around the Hazleton community as a whole. And we always appreciate you having you on here to tell us about it.
Oh, thank you so much. And we really want everybody to come. And por la gente que se habla español, por favor, mi casa es su casa. And I tell everybody, just come on in, be yourself, have fun, support the arts, and and it's people like you, Derek, who are helping us. So I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I want to thank Mark Pearson once again for joining us here on Community and You, and we'll see you next time.